Are you ready for some fantasy football? As you're making your final preparations to your fantasy draft, so is Jim Cramer. So Jim, let's talk your approach to your fantasy football draft.
First of all, full disclosure, I won the Super Bowl last year. I won it by a mile. Okay, so I actually spent a huge amount of time on this. I've been interviewed a lot about who I'm taking and what I'm thinking about. And I want to speak globally for a second. I'm drafting 5th next week in the Mad Money Slump-A-Dick League. That's what we call it. But what's important to know is ADP, average draft position. Trying to psych out who's going to go where and when. I've been doing a lot of work on the picks that people have already been doing, and it is a running back game, okay? Those of you who are doing this and you're thinking about drafting a quarterback, wrong, okay? Right. You're thinking about going high with a wide receiver. There's a plethora of wide receivers. I can understand a tight end strategy if you're doing the snake, where you might want to be able to do, yes, like say you have 10-team league, 10-11, you can go with Jimmy Graham and Drew Brees. That's the only time I'm sanctioning that.
Right. Sounds like you should actually use your first 2 picks from what I've read on your running backs.
Yes. And I'm going to be adamant about this because last year, now get this, so I know whereof I speak. I had Doug Martin. I had Alfred Morris. I mean, can you get better than that? Yes. I had C.J. Spiller. So don't discount me. And I'm looking at all the usuals. It's Rice, it's McCoy. I mean, we all know, obviously, Peterson's first guy.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, I don't care how obvious it is. Don't devolve down into saying, you know what, I'm going to pick Brady, number 7. I'm going Rodgers, number 9. You're making a mistake. You can't have enough running backs in this league, Brittany.
Right, that's what they say.
There's a running back here.
But meanwhile, there's a lot of depth at quarterback and wide receiver, so you can save those till later rounds.
Yeah, I mean, Deshaun's going to go. I think he's probably got 4th round guy, maybe a 3rd round guy, a Dez 2nd round guy. Okay, Megatron. I'm sanctioning Megatron being bought 1st round, the only guy. And by the way, when you look at the whole thing, I'll give you an example. Like, I was so jazzed. I was talking to FantasyGuru.com. And Adam Schefter, who is candidly from ESPN, he's my inside information. Adam is the best there is. And we were talking about the notion of defense. And I am so jazzed about picking the Patriots because the first few games they have the easiest opponents. And the Patriots defense is much better than it was last year. Still, if you pick them before the 7th round, you're a chump.
Right. Save defense and kicker for absolute end.
Oh, man, I picked David Akers in the 7th round because David, I've done a lot of work with him. He's a great guy, but never get attached. I have what I call a man crush on David Akers. Don't let your man crushes get in the way of good drafting.
Don't let it cloud your thinking.
No.
All right, Jim. Well, good luck on your draft. Let's talk next week and see how it panned out.
Oh, yeah. And don't forget, I'm waiver wiring, too. This whole season, I will give you my waiver wire update.
All right. Sounds good. You heard it. Thanks so much, Jim Cramer. I'm Brittany Umar for The Street.